Yo. Welcome back to the GAMG, the Big Flex Podcast, aka the StrongCast. I am your host, John Q, in this bitch, and of course, who we got down here with the other headset on?
What's good, everybody?
We got Don Snipes in the building.
In a chipper mood.
Saying a chipper mood and shit.
Yeah.
And then we also have Dr. Ruckus behind the board. You know how he do.
Porcelain women.
Say porcelain women.
Sheesh.
He said sheesh. Yeah, so welcome back. Hey, look, this is the 18th episode of the GAMG podcast. So we had some scheduled guests, but we're going to have them scheduled on a later date. But I just want to get still a shout out to him, Faris Cargill Grimmett, and also Charles D. Murray. All right, so we gonna definitely have them on. Matter of fact, I still have their plug for their movie. They have a movie premiere coming out, so I want y'all to check that out a little bit later on and stuff when we get to it. All right. So, how was your strong end, cuz?
It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. I had a little struggle fest going on this weekend, man. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
You say a struggle fest?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was up, very, very late. I had very little sleep, and I paid for it Saturday. Body just kind of shut down, and I had to sit my ass down. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I just had a real crazy headache.
Okay.
So, but what I did was I didn't take any medicine or anything. I tried to cut out as much stimulation as possible. So no TV, no phone, just listening to some frequency music and
which one? 528?
I like 528, but I was listening to a lot of alpha frequencies over the weekend. For people that's not really hip, you got alpha, you got beta, you got theta, delta, and gamma. Mm-hmm. And your alpha wave's gonna, keep you just kind of at that state where you can get in the flow. Alpha and theta, rather. Your delta is more or less for sleep. Gamma is for learning, and I don't want to make no shit up for beta because I can't remember right now. But you know what I'm saying. If you're trying to learn and keep that memory sharp, you can switch between the gamma and the alpha. Trying to get some deep sleep, you want to go for the delta and theta. So it's some cool information, man. And I just put some of that on and zone the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
trying to get well. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I did. I feel much better.
Well, I'm glad you feel better and shit, cuz that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? With everything going on, it's very easy for people to, get a little sick, get a little down, get a little depressed.
That's sleep deprivation. That shit is...
Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I couldn't force myself to sleep, man.
Oh, it'll set you...
crazy.
It'll set you down, you know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, when people always ask me, like, what's important and stuff when you trying to, when you want to lose weight and work out? I'm like,
rest.
Listen, it's rest. It's a combination of everything. You got to eat good. You got to work out good. You got to rest good. You know what I'm saying?
Got to get that rest.
So,
and I know better, but, again, I think oftentimes, we have a tendency to really push the limit. I think we are a society that's obsessed with feeling like we got to have some activity.
Some stimulation.
And, activity doesn't necessarily always amount to accomplishment, but moreover, we don't have to make ourselves feel bad when we're not doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I will admit that that's something that I suffer from. Something that I need to bring a little bit more attention to and balance. Just always feeling as though down, I got to be doing something, and I do slow it down, but I'm gonna make sure I make a better effort to do so.
Yeah. All right.
What about you?
Me, myself, man, I ain't really do too much, man. I don't be doing too much, man. Me and the wife and shit, we did go grab something to eat. And what else? Oh, from like Thursday to Saturday, I did catch some of the NFL draft and stuff like that. So That's one thing that still kind of got me hooked as of right now. Probably just because I think like the actual Lions for once are actually doing something positive and actually looking good.
We got some good picks.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people was kind of iffy about it, but if you look at the draft totality, in a total sense or whatever, it looked like they actually did what they wanted to do, which is good. Like they had a plan. You know what I mean? They did get some playmakers, I would say. So
some defensive playmakers or some.
They got some defensive playmakers and some offensive playmakers.
Gotcha.
So it was just more so like I think where they drafted some of the players. A lot of people think that they reached for a couple of players and stuff early on, but I think they really still are solid. I mean, they some of the best players that was projected. You know what I'm saying, to get drafted anyway. You know what I'm saying, like in the first round and stuff like that. So, I'm. If I had to give a quote unquote say grade, I would say they got a solid B. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, they got a solid B. The last 2 years they actually been knocking it out the park. So a solid B, and that's just because we haven't seen them play just yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I really think they they on their way, man. They can cause.
What our defensive backs gonna do?
Well, they had changed up their whole defensive backs. They changed up their whole secondary before the draft.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they got some. They done picked up some solid.
Because that's always I always play cornerback, and when I watch a lot of these DBs play, man, I say shit.
No, they got some dogs back there.
It's
now.
fucked up when motherfuckers so bad they inspire a no in shape motherfucker to go out there and say, man, fuck that, let me try out. You know what I'm saying?
They got some dogs back there now. You know what I'm saying? So they totally like reshaped they whole.
I want motherfuckers to be scared to throw against them.
They,
you know what I'm saying?
They got them dogs.
I'm ready to see it.
Yeah, they got them dogs. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get to the sponsorship. So the 18th episode of this podcast is sponsored by GAMG Enterprises LLC. So, of course, if you're looking for personal training, one-on-one training, group training, you ready to go on that mission. You know what I'm saying? Give me a, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? You can check me out on the GAMG.shop. That's along with, say some merchandise as far as these T-shirts, hoodies, joggers and so forth. All right, I have leggings for women and so forth. And like I said, I am working on another logo. This is one of them right here, but we in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So take a look at it. Yeah, it's a nice little rhino. Yeah, there we go. But and then also, if you're looking for the best vegan and vegetarian supplements when it comes to detoxing, protein, energy drinks, and so forth. Check out my website at gamg.firstfitness.com, okay? And then we are also sponsored by APE, which is All Problems Eliminated. This is a home repair, home restoration company. So if you're looking to get any work done to your home, make sure you give them a call, which is TMBT, at area code 623-223-3943, all right? That's any work done to your home, all right? And, of course, have Snipes down there. So if you want to go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, he looking like, yeah.
Man, listen. Somebody called me today about building a set.
Okay.
I do construction work as well, but, I want to spend the rest of this year really being creative. I've been doing carpentry for a while, so I really want to just zone into anything that's creative. So, I got the opportunity to build, maybe
spiral staircases.
And I done did that. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Shout out to all the old school cats that really know how to do that type of work. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. Yeah. It requires a lot of skill. And there are some things that, as a hobby or something that I just want to know. I'm always interested. What's really what I'm really interested in, honestly, is boat making.
Yeah, and I knew you was about to say that for some odd reason. I knew you was about to say that.
But listen, right?
Uh-huh.
I got a confession. It is not for the sake of making boats. All right, I am interested in boat making for the sake of making a wooden bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very, I enjoy taking baths. I believe that, you know, men taking baths is healing for our spirit, our soul, all of that. And I want to, you know, I feel like a wooden bathtub would connect us even more.
Now, would you have it outside?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I knew you was gonna say some boat. I knew you was gonna say some boat.
But you know, just the art of being able to put something together with no nails.
That's dope.
And be able to shape it however I want to shape it, and you know, maybe put like a really good finish on it. So you know, that's something that, you know, if the opportunity presents itself where I can go learn some boat making, but take that same process and put it towards something different. I'm definitely gonna do that.
That's dope, man.
That's don't even lie.
Yeah, that's dope right there. Cause ain't nobody out here doing no shit like that.
Man, if you can ever get a chance and look up some wooden bathtubs, they're beautiful.
Yeah,
they're absolutely beautiful. And shit, it's probably only a handful of people that do it.
And you gonna be one of them. So we putting it out there right now. So if you looking to get, a wooden bathtub
with the wooden bathtub in the garage, you know, with that motherfucker for sale. Because I just enjoy that type of stuff. I enjoy that aspect of creating.
Okay.
So.
All right. And then also say for the month of May, I am giving out free advertisement for the mothers. Okay, so if you're a mother with a business and an entrepreneur and you want to get free advertisement for your business, make sure you email me with, say, your information and a flyer. Okay, to the email address is gamgpodcast7@gmail. Okay, and I'll be doing the same thing for the fathers in June. All right. So it's free. It's no cost, none of that shit. Nothing, no gimmicks, no nothing. If you just want some free advertisement on the show, on the podcast, and on, say, the social, all of my socials and stuff like that, then, just email me, all right? And then we have now another sponsor by TNT Cakes and Creations. Check this out, y'all.
TNT Cakes, Creations, and more. Where we specialize in red velvet and strawberry cheesecake, chocolate covered strawberries, custom baby boxes, custom signs, custom tees and sweatshirts, custom sports balls, graduation accessories, custom glasses and tumblers, custom license plates, custom puzzles, embroidery, heat transfers, custom office signs, TNT Cakes, Creations, and more. Give us a call.
I'm trying not to question.
This conversation again?
How about the wedding? You start planning that? Did you even pick out a dress yet?
No, I didn't. And I see where this is going again.
It just gets to me that my woman feels the need to work so hard.
I've been carrying a lot of baggage for a long time. I never really had anyone to talk to.
You know it gotta be done.
We ain't killing no kids.
We ain't leaving no witnesses either.
We gotta go.
I can't leave no witnesses.
Now, Gutter.
Really? You pulling the gun on me? You gonna shoot me?
I hear you killed somebody that owes me. Now you owe me.
I want out too.
You don't think, Gutter?
Making these confessions has really helped me to release all this pain and hurt that I've been holding on to for so long.
Don't you ever pull a gun on me.
Gutter.
Gutter nothing. You ain't never been by yourself. Every win, every loss, I was there every step of the way. Even did a 5-year bit for you. Remember that? Or you too busy playing house and church for it?
Look, Gutter, it's not like that.
It's just like that. Your love is what got me through them 5 years. To come home and see you move on without me, then walk around like I don't exist. It's over for me and you.
Right, all right. So look, May 6th and 7th is the movie premiere of Confessions, all right? So if you're looking to go to the red carpet and everything, check out them on Eventbrite under Murray Productions 34, all right? And like I said, that is this Saturday. What is this? The 6th and 7th, whatever the 6th and 7th is. That's the Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, all right?
For sure.
It's coming up this week, you know what I mean? So support, y'all. So that's a Murray Productions, okay? All right, so of course, you know, we got a Q's workout video and then a funny video, and then we're gonna get into these topics. You know, we got some fire topics we're gonna go ahead and chop it up about, all right? So check it out.
What you about to do? What up, though? This your boy John Q from GAMG Podcast. Today I'm gonna show you another total body. It's very stable to working out. You want to say a total body exercise. These are called clean and press. The only added thing I'm gonna do is press behind my head after I do the first 10. Try this at home. Let me know what y'all think. All right. Make sure you put on your belt too if you need one.
Got a guest star in the building, Hollywood Chico.
Go ahead, show everybody.
The crew.
Well, that shit looks hard, bro. Shit on myself. My stomach can't take all that. I can't
Parental discretion as advised.
Like I said, once again, clean the press. Try it out at home. Keep the belt on. Peace, y'all. See y'all Monday night, 9 o'clock. Podcast, StrongCast, and YouTube. Peace.
Yeah, you don't want to go ahead and poop on yourself doing that. So make sure you be careful. You know what I'm saying? So this is also a total body exercise right here. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, how long you've been doing it. This is one of those exercises that would definitely get your heart rate pumping. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. You know what I'm saying? Always, like I said, wear a belt. You know, stay safe. Don't go too heavy.
Like you did that shit too easy, man. I ain't gonna need.
I ain't gonna say it was easy.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was looking at that shit. Nah, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but when I used to be doing that shit, I felt like once you pulled that motherfucker up, you had to hurry up and swing your elbows up under it and then press. Nigga, you was doing that shit. You might have to show the motherfuckers with the way you could put on there, because that shit, you was snatching that shit up so easy. I used to have to squat a little bit and then. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's probably because that right there, just me showing you right there, was just some 25s or whatever. Like normally I do like some 45s or something sometime. You know, I used to do some crazy,
snatching that bitch up,
crazy
man.
stuff.
You was really cleaning and snatching that motherfucker.
Well, thank you.
I was like, God, wait a minute.
Well, thank you. So once again though, like, you know, try this at your local gym or at home and stuff like that, and let us know. You know, you can give us a call in too at area code 313-266-2811. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the to the funny video. All right, so check this out. It's gonna play on what we don't be talking about later on.
How am I going to get out of this? Think. Owie! Owie!
What the hell are you doing?
I'm kicking my ass! Do you mind?
I found him like this in the bathroom, Your Honor. Somebody beat the hell out of him.
Who did this?
A madman, Your Honor! A desperate fool at the end of his pitiful rope!
What did he look like?
About 6'2", 180 pounds, big teeth, kind of gangly.
Bailiff, have the deputy search the building.
Yes, sir.
Order! Order!
So as y'all know, this was a clip off of Liar Liar. So we do have a couple of topics pertaining to some lies and stuff like that. Some lies, and I'm glad you said you had a confession earlier. So one of the first it ain't what you think. No, it ain't what you think. So one of the first topics we're going to get into real quick tonight is we had a YouTuber that was shot in the mall by a DoorDash driver while filming a prank video. His name was Tanner Cook, who was known for pranking people and was shot, so he was pranking the wrong person or whatever, and shit can happen. You can't be around here playing with people. I know you have some experience yourself, cause getting pranked on the video. How did that turn out for you?
No, it's not cool. I think people need to realize nowadays that a lot of these YouTubers they do things for the emotional shock of it all.
Yeah.
And, you got some folks out there, depending on, what time of day it is and how their week been going, they not for the shits. Yeah. And, I think that it would behoove some of you guys to, how about you just walk up and ask somebody, if they want to participate in that kind of stuff. Because, you really could get yourself hurt more ways than one. It's unfortunate that happened to the young man. And I hope he has a full recovery. But at the end of the day, when I was growing up, we were always taught sometimes you don't be playing with motherfuckers.
Nah, because everybody ain't playing.
Yeah, everybody ain't playing. And everybody ain't for the games either.
Yeah. Yeah. So, needless to say, you definitely don't want to be out here playing with people. You got a lot of mental issues and stuff. A lot of people having like a lot of mental issues and breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? And at any given moment, shit, you can become a statistic. You know what I mean? So just be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, hey, ask somebody. Do they mind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely. A lot of times people are more than willing to go along with you. I was down in Atlanta helping Pee Wee move, And I was with her mother, and her mother's married, you know. But believe it or not, we had a YouTuber come up to us. He goes by the name of White Chocolate, and he said, "Hey man, you know, hey, do y'all mind?" And first, Reek was a little apprehensive about it, but she said, "Yeah, it still went viral." You know, now. The funny part was I had a lot of people calling me and texting me, "Hey man, I think I just seen you."
Yeah, we seen it.
Yeah, you know, but again, you know, we had fun, you know, and I mean, you know, we were good sports about it, you know, and that made it cool.
Yeah.
You know, I could only imagine had my man came up being really disrespectful like that, and you know, because what he was doing, he was running up to us like, "Yo, you know, we trying to, you know, he's asking chicks for their phone number." You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine, you know, that can go one or two ways, you know what I'm saying? Especially, so you got some of us out here that playing about their old lady.
Hell
you know what I'm saying?
I'm one of them.
Now, she wasn't my old lady, but still and yet, I wouldn't have wanted anybody coming to me playing like they was being disrespectful, because that's how you get a foot in your ass, you know. So.
And that's even a principle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you out with your daughter and somebody trying to do a prank, and, you know, you being a father, it's like, okay, I gotta set that example. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a father. I'm out with my daughter. I'm not the one to play with.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know. So all right. So this next one, all right, we call them say Ho Biden's, but Ho Biden is ended the COVID national emergency. This was back on April 11th. All right, so my question is this. All right.
He ended the COVID emergency?
The national emergency. So like when the pandemic happened, right? All 50 states had to come collectively together for it to be up under, say, an emergency, national emergency, okay?
Right.
Meaning pretty much a lot of people didn't notice that when that happens, you pretty much like your rights. So it's like almost like martial law.
That's when the epidemic.
That's when the pandemic and stuff like that happened. So you need to have all states and stuff, you know, collectively agree to it. Okay, so that's what brings, say, the national emergency. That's why they was able to go ahead and push, say,
a man look bad.
Pay, you know, they was able to go ahead and push that juice on through real fast and stuff like that, and a lot of things that changed, as far as the 6 feet rule and everything that came behind it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it actually was dropped. April 11th.
Yeah.
All right. So my question is this to everybody: like, ask yourselves, what kind of goofy shit was you on during the quote unquote the pandemic? You know, was you that kind of person that was riding around in your car by yourself wearing a fucking mask? You know, I didn't see people still doing it now. You know what I mean? So, you know, were you that kind of goofy ass person that would sit up there, you know, you get the jab or whatever and shit, and then all of a sudden you fucking better than the people that hasn't, you know, that didn't get it, you know what I'm saying, or didn't want to be around them.
Were you that you know, goofy piece of shit?
Yeah.
That told your child's other parent that they could no longer see their child if you didn't get vaccinated?
Yeah, that shit.
Were you one of those people that told another human being that you are not no longer able to be a part of your own kid's life simply because you did not believe in putting that bullshit in your body? Were you one of those people that fell into the entrapment of the propaganda that was fed to a lot of people in terms of the safeness of the vaccine?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because, and again, you know, I think that during that time, man, this pandemic, it brought about a lot of things, man. It divided a lot of households.
Sure did.
All right. You had a lot of people that passed judgment on others because they did not get the vaccination. You know, people were being labeled inconsiderate, all right, irresponsible. People were being blamed for family members' deaths. Okay, you know, this
people
pandemic,
getting fired.
A lot of relationships went through the fire. You know, this shit really caused it wreaked a lot of havoc.
Yeah.
Now, in some ways, you know, I call it the beautiful ugly. It exposed some shit, but in a lot of ways, man, I think that the way things were worded, the way people, I feel, were forced to get it, I'm talking to my girls one day and they both told me that we actually had to go get the vaccine. I said, for what? You guys didn't say, well, we had to in order to go back to school. That's bullshit. Yeah. I think that was some fuck shit that the government in some states, and when you're talking about a state like Georgia, they mandated they mandated it so that the children could not come be a part of classes unless they went and got that bullshit. Yeah. And I think that that's some fuck shit. And I think that it's fucked up that a lot of these pharmaceutical companies can move with impunity, because I don't think we're ever really going to know some of the repercussions that have taken place in the lives of individuals that A, have lost their lives, B, have continued fucked up health conditions, because they're not going to be responsible for it. Yeah. And then who you going to sue? Yeah. You can't sue these motherfuckers. Because the thing is what I'm saying? It's fuck shit.
Because at the end of the day, if you look at it, it's just mainly, it mainly was a hard suggestion. You know what I'm saying? And people consented to a lot of things. So
people didn't word it like a hard suggestion. They worded that shit like, you can't come back.
So now look,
unless it's
no. So look, at the end of the day, it was still a choice. Now, whatever you chose to do, like if you chose not to do anything, you know what I'm saying, and then okay, you risk say losing your job. Well, it was still other jobs out here, even though that's just an option. Yeah. It might not be a viable option, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But however, you still have an option. Yeah. But even for like this, here goes some fuckery, right? Prime example, if you was traveling during, say, the pandemic, was you the type of person that wore your mask, you stood 6 feet away from somebody, but then and shit, you sitting right next to somebody on a fucking plane? Like, make this shit make sense. Like, was you that kind of goofy? Was you this kind of goofy motherfucker where, you walk up in a restaurant with a mask on, you sit down, then you take your fucking mask off and shit, like, all of a sudden COVID and shit just said, well, fuck it, man, this motherfucker got to eat, so I ain't gonna come around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Was you that kind of goofy motherfucker? Because I ain't gonna lie. Be transparent. I was that goofy motherfucker. I would walk my ass in the goddamn. I would walk my ass in a restaurant or whatever with a mask on, sit on down, take my mask off or whatever while I'm eating and stuff like that and talking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we all have been mind fucked. You know what I'm saying? And it's still, a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of us. Yeah,
it's still a lot of people that still, in that mindset right now.
That felt like, fuck you, fuck the pandemic, fuck them rules. You gonna have to come find me. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them. Yeah. Listen, man, I refuse to put certain shit in my fucking body. I didn't like the data behind the fuck shit. Yeah. And here's another thing for me.
No, the data I was about to say the data that's behind it and shit, and more stuff that's coming out to this day is like, if you really are not I'm not going to even say a critical thinker, but just somebody that can just fucking think for themselves and just motherfucking like look at the information and stuff for yourself. And if you really are convinced that this shit fucking work after being boosted, are you this kind of goofy motherfucker that had been boosted 20 fucking times and still taking that shit and still think that shit works? What I mean?
Something that really came to mind for me as well was my own faith. Yeah. The pandemic for me, it tested a lot of people's faith. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man, it was just one of them times where I chose not to move in fear. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that I did not use caution. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm not going to say that, hey, I knew and I understood everything, but I'm telling you to the best of my ability, I didn't necessarily move with the fear. And I felt like what was being spread out there a lot was a lot of fear-based bullshit. Yep. And I think for me, it was just a true testament to say, hey, listen, Don, either you believe in this or you believe in that. And if you do believe in this, then you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You're going to have to ride all the fuck the way with it. Yeah. And I decided that I was gonna ride all the fuck the way with it till the wheels fell off. Yep. Whoever left me or I lost in that process, I still love you. I forgive you about it, and we can keep it moving. Yeah. Because I wasn't gonna let the fear dictate my moves, you know, because it got to the point where, man, that shit started being overwhelming. Motherfuckers coming in the crib, wiping off paper bags, and don't bring groceries
doing all
in the
that.
house. I mean, man, we were living in a time where I saw motherfuckers taking a wet dishcloth and wiping off a cardboard cereal box with that motherfucker. Other people touching it at the supermarket. What the get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, like I said, motherfuckers on some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then it got to the point where the common cold disappeared, headaches disappeared.
Hey, look, flu disappeared. Right.
All the shit, seasonal allergies disappeared. All the things that motherfuckers normally get all different times a year.
It became
for
COVID.
whatever reason disappeared, and you got COVID. You got that vid. Man, listen. If a motherfucker
you say you got an itchy, you say
I had COVID, I looked at.
You say if you got
it.
They say if your ass itching, you got it.
We not speaking that into my motherfucking life. Period. I don't play them type of game. And listen, that's another thing. I feel like here's the deal, right? We living in a time where I've been noticing that there are a lot of content creators that talk about a lot of, stuff about manifesting. And here's the deal at the end of the day. It is so easy to speak these things, but when it's time to put that shit to the real test, it's like they say, boxing is easy than the motherfucker when you sparring and you hitting a goddamn punching bag. But what happened when a motherfucker throwing a punch back at your ass? And I feel like COVID was just the thing to say, bitch, I'm throwing some punches back. So now what you gonna do? To me, now it's the time to be all that shit that I was talking during the year. It's time to fucking do it. All that shit about, oh man, I'm outside Earth and I'm outside getting that vitamin D. That's the motherfucking time when I was doing it.
That's
you
what I was
understand what
doing.
I'm saying? Now is the time I want to eat them fruits and vegetables and berries. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to, I need to meditate. I need to pray. I feel like that was the time to start punching back.
What you saying? How about and shit actually fucking cooking and shit? You know what I'm saying? Just the simple things like, learn how to cook some different shit. You know what I'm saying? And actually, was you, like you said, was you a kind of motherfucking, was you that kind of goofy person and shit that was in a relationship that actually let that shit break you up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you used to being gone all day, you and your spouse or whatever and shit. Now you in a household, you can't go no fucking where, and then you find out and shit that you really don't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? Let alone love each other and shit. So
pandemic definitely threw, me and my relationship at the time through the motherfucking ringer.
Yeah.
And again, it exposed the weaknesses, and I'm not gonna even say her.
Yeah.
I always start with me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so if anything, again, that's why I call it the beautiful ugly. It was like, hey Don, you need to mature in these areas of your motherfucking life. Cause I'm not gonna lie, it was like there was some shit that I thought I had figured out, and that shit exposed my weaknesses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just like, wait a minute. I'm actually an angry motherfucker about some shit that I actually need to heal from some. I actually need to make sure I spend some time, blah, 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 blah. So, cause I ain't always been like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shit really exposed my weaknesses. And for that, I'm thankful.
Yeah. All right.
Outside of that, fuck the motherfuckers out here that was preaching this and speaking all that fear shit.
Yeah.
I don't get off into that. Fuck you.
Fuck yeah. All right. So now we about to move into the next subject. All right, the next topic. Dr. Ruckus. Look at this guy, man. Yes, on you.
They gotta stop eating them sausages with that sauerkraut and barbecue.
So look, say the next topic is we have a Dr. Jeffrey Hinton. They call him the godfather of AI. So he quits Google like recently. All right, he says that he regrets his life's work due to the risk it poses to humanity. And I'm thinking to myself, like when I read this, right? I says, let me just say what I wrote down or whatever. I says, do you believe that it's too late and they should have never let the proverbial genie out the bottle with AI? What do you think, cuz? So, like I said, he's the godfather of AI, and this motherfucker said, "Fuck this, I quit." Yeah.
This is what I've been thinking about recently. And I need to learn a little bit more about it. But again, I'm definitely, the minute that we've been talking about this AI shit, I think that it has its uses. At the end of the day, I'm wondering about the plagiarism. I'm worried about lawsuits. And then if AI, here's a scenario I always think about. People going to AI, oh man, write this book for me. Yeah. And you give it all these prompts. It writes the book come out, it's a bestseller, and then the AI come out and say, no, I need to sue this person. And then the AI sue and win. Where are we putting that money at? And then here's the deal, right? What happens when the AI starts to develop a certain level of consciousness, okay, and they start getting feelings?
Like, I wrote that shit. Fuck you.
Or just get mad. I mean, listen, a part of our human experience is for us to go through emotions. Yeah. Okay. And so my thing is, I think that sometimes we underestimate technology crossing that line.
To be able to have rationale and stuff like, to be able to reason.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we always think it's a robot. It's not going to do this and that. Bullshit.
Right.
It's still,
it's still an in and out. It's still a pro. Well, what I'm saying is, it's still a 0 and a 1. You know what I mean?
Is what I'm getting at. Like, at the end of the motherfucking day, a computer is a computer, but it's still programmed by fucking humans.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that if an AI, if in a matter of seconds, can scan the web, and they see all these different things that have went on throughout history, whether it be racism, whether it be fascism, whether it be, segregation, all kind of
dictatorships and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
At what point does the AI on a fucking Tuesday decide, you know what?
I don't need these.
I wonder what it would be like if I was a dictator.
Yeah.
And I do this. I just want to see for my own, social experiment.
For his own observation. Yeah.
Who's to say that they couldn't wreak havoc on us? So I don't know, man. I think this shit just reminds me of a Black Mirror episode, some kind of motherfucking way. But I think it's gonna have its good points and I think it's gonna have its bad points. But I believe at the end of the day, everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that we have opened the door now to some things that maybe come back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
A little bit later on down the line. Now, I did see in China where they're actually using it to help, educate children, gather data and statistics. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, if we're going to use it, like I said, I'm a strong proponent. I don't know, man. I talk about this shit so much, but I feel like at some point, man, the universe been placing something on my heart to create a curriculum, for, young Black inner city schools, man, to really, really learn about some emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like, and again, I definitely, I know, to people out there listening to us, I'm always speaking about that. But man, I just feel like the more and more that I go through life, I start to see so many of our talented young Black boys and girls, that grow up in households where, they lack emotional intelligence, and then they reach a certain point in their life where, one day they're faced with a decision, and that decision is based on how they're feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
And it all go wrong, and they throw away their talent, and some men, throw away their life, by having to sit down and take that involuntary vacation for 30 years, because they done did some shit
off an emotional breakdown.
Women, they mad over some of these young girls. They mad over a breakup, so they getting in the car. You know how many stories I've seen where women get in the car and they trying to run a motherfucker over and hit them, kill them. You understand what I'm saying?
My wife has a friend. I think she's been locked up for about 23 years. I think she's about to get out because it was something dealing with, say, in a relationship, with a guy and a girl and another female or whatever, and she killed the girl. So
yeah, absolutely.
And there ain't nothing but some emotional, emotional, unstability and stuff like that. Now, one thing is, so that's what you said that you would do. Me being the kind of person I am, I'm looking at it as like, okay, Chat GBT or Lambda or whatever the fuck AI and shit, show me, hey, look, where's the materials at where you can go ahead and I want to learn how to build my own fucking goddamn laser gun. So when your ass do get out of motherfucking line, I can shoot your ass and kill you. How about that? You know what I mean?
You said a laser gun?
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you able to do every damn thing else, where's that motherfucking blueprint at? How about that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hey, because at the end of the day, we're going to need a good equalizer if it gets in the wrong hands anyway. You know what I mean? So you got to have a good equalizer, you know? Yeah. How about that? But I bet you to be probably smart enough to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to build that for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility you're going to kill me. So like you said, it is, I think, like I said, it's always who has the power and how they want to use it. You know what I mean? As far as when it comes to stuff like that in technology. Because like you said, you can use technology to do all kind of great things. But then if you a cynical ass bastard, you know what I'm saying, or a devil, then you're going to use it for some evil shit because that's who you are. No different than, say, somebody that has, like, say, a lot of money. It's just going to, like, enhance what kind of person you are. You know what I mean? If you're a cool person, you're just going to be a cool person with money. You know what I'm saying? If you're an asshole, you're going to be an asshole with money. You know what I mean? If you you know what I mean? So that's what I really believe. That is, you know, at the end of the day. So
I don't know why it crossed my mind, but I felt like
no, that's some good shit.
Some motherfuckers in prison, they you don't need AI. They show you how to make a motherfucking laser gun. Some motherfuckers, it's some intelligent motherfuckers sitting in prison, and I feel like they sit in that cell long enough and tap into their imagination, and them motherfuckers be building all kind of zap guns and all kind of shit and go gadget fucking guns, and you fucking name it, shit. They need to give zap this nigga over here with the wake up gun.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, no, man, I'm interested to see, you know, where this is gonna take us. Here's my deal. Do you notice that America is talking about it, but I don't know, when I look at a lot of spots in the around the world, they're not talking about this as much. And I don't know, one part about this AI shit is I feel like it's gonna dumb a lot of motherfuckers down.
Definitely. I mean, just look at the
People feel like they don't
look
have
at a
to read
smartphone
already.
Like they dumb as fuck already if you thinking about it. Like look at a quote unquote a smartphone. Like, you know, like people can't even remember fucking numbers. You know what I mean? Like addresses or old addresses or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even fucking tell somebody actually to give somebody, say, directions without somebody have to pull up their phone for, you know, a GPS or something. You know what I mean? So people don't even know how to read an actual map. You know what I mean? Look, kids don't even know how to write in cursive. You know what I mean? So all this stuff, you know what I mean? So I truly, once again, I believe, like, hey, if you use it as a proper instrument, like it's supposed to be used, you know what I mean? Then, like you said, you can do good or you can do evil with it. There's no difference than, like I said, with money, with a gun. You know what I mean? A gun can actually, you know what I'm saying, protect you, right? But at the same time, it can go ahead and still kill somebody. You know what I mean? A gun can help you survive, like far as hunting for food or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you can be used in, say, in a mass fucking shooting. So yeah, you know, it's all about who's operating that tool. You know what I mean? Absolutely. At the end of the day, absolutely. Just like a pen. You know, you can use a pen. You know what I mean? To sign, say, all kind of money, you know what I'm saying, to help out people or whatever, right? But you can use that same pen to, say, erase a whole nationality group of people. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it's
hey, fellas, when last time you used that pen, man, to write your old lady a love letter?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute for me. What about you?
Listen, it's been a minute for me, and I'm thinking to myself, a lot of motherfuckers don't even know how to write a letter.
Nah, they be sitting up there writing chicken scratch and shit.
Well, here's the deal. Because people are
I
so
love
used to
you
text nowadays, they do a lot of shorthanded shit.
That's true.
So, you know, they damn near, you know, write you a letter, and instead of saying, you know, I figured I would write this for you, they might, instead of spelling the word for, F-O-R, they going to put the
number for.
Because they just so used to writing shorthand, and that shit is... Yeah, that shit is horrible. Yeah, I think that again, we are going to go through a time where, you know, people that's not afraid to pick up a book and learn something. Yeah, they're gonna be some mean motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think of shout out to all the people out there, man, that's brave enough to, you know, write books, novels, all those kind of things, self-help books and personal development, because I think that just looking at all this shit, books still gonna be valuable.
Yeah. They are.
Books still gonna be valuable, you know. You're not gonna have motherfuckers that's, you know. I feel like even nowadays, you know, you see this. Did you know? When people just they write these little short, little descriptions of things, but it's just like, no. How about that old saying? A wise man doesn't speak upon the subject until he understands the fullness of the matter.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying? You got people spitting shit that has
like little
truth,
yeah,
but it's not the whole fucking truth.
Little half truths and shit.
Yeah.
All right, so look, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one real quick. So recently we had Jerry Springer, former Cincinnati mayor and talk show host, died of pancreatic cancer. So my question to you guys, you know, you can chime in too, Dr. Ruckus, is did Jerry Springer talk show, did that bring any value to our society?
No. Fuck no.
You say no. Fuck no. That's no. What about you? And then I'll get around and say, you know.
That just go. You don't even have to ask me that shit.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of people, man, in our community that really be focused on the wrong thing. So, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. But at the end of the day, you know, Jerry Springer provided a platform for straight buffoonery. And again, to some people, they think it's just entertainment. I think that the Jerry Springer show, along with Maury Povich and a lot of these other shows, they really do exploit, you know, individuals who do not understand the depth of the fuckery that they display when they on these shows. Yeah. And again, you know, maybe at this moment I'm sounding a little judgmental about the shit, but I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, when you see those type of shows coupled with the reality shows, coupled with all these black women shows that I'm a real boss, but you a boss, but you didn't went through 50 motherfuckers, and now you married, you divorced, you acting a fool, you can't stand this chick. When you get a steady dosage of that shit,
you actually like teaching other people that's like to normalize bullshit.
There you go.
You know.
And I think that, you know, we see that shit enough, it starts to become a part of our belief system.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't with it. That's all.
So the one thing I'm gonna say is this:
I ain't with it.
The reason why I asked that question is because, like you said, you know, people have their opinion and stuff like that. Personally, you know, on a level, say, you know, like you said, it was a lot of exploitation of people, you know, like trauma and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then not only that, you know, you subjecting a lot of people to come on your show and hit their ass and shit with some, you know, hit them with some shit that they might not even know. You know what I mean? Like, for example, say, oh, you come on here or whatever, your best friend's been sleeping with your wife and shit. What you want to say about it? It's like, why would you even want to put that out there like that? You know what I mean? Like, what good is there to come out of that besides say some ratchet shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know what the show exposed?
So a lot of people was saying this and shit, like, you know, like you said, hell no. A lot of people was calling him saying, rest in piss, Jerry, for doing that.
Listen, his show also exposed who the majority of motherfuckers that watch TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Because listen to me.
Yeah, that's true.
And was definitely watching that type of TV.
Yeah.
Because you had, out of all the motherfuckers in America, if his show was that motherfucking terrible, motherfuckers would have, they really gave a fuck, would have said, man, get that shit up out of here.
Yeah.
But listen to me. No one that really gave a fuck gave a fuck enough to be like, to put up any fuss about it. We don't watch that shit. Let them motherfuckers watch that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Let them motherfuckers go on there and roll around and cry. And, you know, one lady that went through 5 pregnancy tests and, you know, 6 motherfuckers still ain't the baby daddy. She don't know who the fuck she done fucked.
Yeah.
You know, hey, these brothers right here, because what I saw a lot of when I would see even little clips or, you know, when the shit would get ready to come on at the beginning was a bunch of taunting, teasing. It was literally living out childhood traumas every motherfucking day.
Like the lowest fucking vibrational shit. You know what I mean? And I think that was just really a catalyst for, like you said, all the rest of these damn shows that came on after that.
People fed
you know what I
their
mean?
souls with that show for however many years it was on the air.
Yeah.
And again, you know, no judgment, but I will just tell you this. If you gonna wake up every motherfucking day and eat cotton candy, you understand what I'm saying? You gonna have some health issues.
Yeah, definitely.
So if that was one of your shows where you just felt as though that was just some mindless television, no, you were literally feeding yourself that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And
your conscious and your subconscious and shit, you was really normalizing that shit and making that shit part of your motherfucking your thinking
part of your
habits.
being, all of
being.
that shit.
Yep. So part of that and shit was this, you know, some of the stuff they were saying that, you know, it was staged, it was written, it was lies. So the reason why I wanted to go ahead and play Liar Liar also say along with say the Jerry Springer show, where some of the stuff can be true, some of the stuff can be lies, was also we had a Miss Rest in Piss. I'm saying this shit for sure. Out the top of my motherfucking a-hole. Nah. Is we had Carolyn Bryan Dunham dead at the age of 88 in Louisiana. This was the lady, the piece of shit that was subjected to not subjected to, but that caused say Emmett Till to die. Okay, back in 1955. All right, so she just recently died of cancer. Right, so this was one of the biggest fucking lies because at the age of 72, she finally came out and admitted that she lied about the whole shit. Right, so the biggest lie that caused a lot of deaths is not just say one death, because it pretty much started off say the whole civil rights movement. Okay, so we already know behind say the civil rights movement on how many people done died. You know what I'm saying? So how many leaders done died, how many, you know, other kids done died, and how many, you know what I'm saying, so forth. So I'm adamantly saying she can definitely rest in peace, bitch. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So how about you? How do you feel about this piece of shit?
I hate that a lot of those stories don't make the national attention that they need to. I hate that a lot of our young, you know, a lot of our youth do not understand what they up against.
Yeah.
I think that you know, if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what you're up against. And I think that that's just one of those classic examples of, you know, sometimes they, you know, there's still a lot of motherfuckers in this world that like to paint a piece of shit and make it look like a little piece of glitter.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, that ain't really what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important that their children even know, you know, the type of fuckery that has went on, because, you know, I think that, you know, when you start making comments like, you know, black people need to, you know, tighten up their boots and, you know, understand what I'm saying, work harder and get smarter and value this and value that. But we still face a lot of the, you know, things that we face in this society. Them type of stories need to be highlighted.
Yeah.
Let's talk about motherfuckers out here who didn't lie on you know what I'm saying, on our people, and still continue to lie and discriminate and every motherfucking thing else.
Yeah.
So
all right. So once again, I'm gonna give a nice little rest in peace to that bitch. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for tuning in once again to the GAMG podcast, aka the StrongCast, the Big Flex. Shout out to Dr. Ruckus behind the board. Next time we're gonna have to get that laser gun to wake your ass up. I want to give a shout out to my cuz down, Snipes down here. What you got? You got anything popping off soon? New movie? Anything that you screenwriting? You helping anybody out with? No, or anything?
No, man. Shout out to again all the filmmakers out there. Yeah, definitely. Darren Brown. We got The Right Thing.
What up, D?
Getting ready to pop. As I said a few weeks ago, Zach Cunningham. We got
Zach.
Lil Feet. You know, gonna pop hopefully for the next 2 months.
Okay.
So yeah, man, all the other filmmakers out there that got something going on. Shout out to you, man. Keep the city the city working. Make us proud, man.
All right. So be looking out for all his work. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all support Podcastic. The whole Podcastic family, StreamCastic. Also, say me on YouTube and so forth. All right. So once again, thanks again for tuning in to the GAMG podcast. This was the 18th episode, and catch us every Monday night, 9:00, and we will see y'all later. Keep flexing, my friends. Peace, y'all.